Welcome back to the bench, everybody. Thank you for those who are joining me late at night, because I, once again, can't sleep. So what am I doing? I'm working on this model. Now, I want to preface this video by saying I bought this kit knowing that it was cheap. And I bought it knowing I would have to do seams and, filling and sanding. So my question is, are they worth it? This kit in and of itself is kind of funny because I'm not sure if it looks like a MiG-21. I mean, it has the shape of it, but the nose is really weird. You can see I've got the putty cure in there. There's a nice, I sanded it down a lot, but there's still a gap, so I'm letting that dry. Got the mask and stuff on. These these wheels, we'll see how well they hold up. I'm not holding out on anything for these holding up. They are flimsy. And these covers, I guess you could say, very nondescript. It just has the arrow, it goes here, and then the profile, they don't fit like that at all. And I'm not mad or anything. I bought it knowing I was going to be doing this stuff. Partly because I wanted to. Sometimes it's good to, take something that really wasn't made or meant to be much, and make it into a pretty nice kit. I mean, even I've got the mask, kind of some mask on there right now, but there is a pilot in there, but that is it. There's a piece of plastic in there that he sits on. So as far as detail go, there's not much going. But is it worth it? I mean, I'm having a good time. Gives me something to work on. And you do get that feeling of making something nice out of something that wasn't meant to be. And you can tell I've got a long way to go. I think this will probably be okay because, this will go here and basically hide the rest of it. And I don't know if this is an older kit. I mean, it was like $10, so I knew what I was getting. But I've done models before. So if this is somebody's first kit or second kit, it may not be fun, and they're not going to have plastic putty and, sanding sticks. They may have just picked this up at a local craft store for, it was on sale, Hobby Lobby or something. And just because they like airplanes, and they, they're going to twist the parts off the sprue and, but still, it's, if they're wanting to get into it, they may not have a good experience. And if they're like me when I first got into it, you get your kits at the local Hobby Lobby, and you think that's what modeling is. And you can see like these covers here, they're meant to be up. There's no way they were gonna hold, so I put them in. And the brake here, same thing. So what was I saying? So yeah, like me, when I first started, I didn't know you could have these crazy engineered kits like Tamiya. that just go together smoothly, perfectly. Well, maybe not perfectly, but basically, like as close as you can get. And things that, will have, maybe more of a degree of skill because you have to there's more parts, you know. If you get like a 135, it'll have a lot more parts. So is it worth it to have these on the market? Obviously it is. That, the answer is obviously, but is it conducive to a new builder? If it's somebody's first time and they wanted to get into the hobby, and you just picked up a kit, maybe you don't know about scale mates, or maybe you really haven't watched a video or do any research because you think, oh, it's just a model. This might throw you off of wanting to do the hobby. In my opinion, it is worth it if you build models, because this is a fun little project. I only started working on it yesterday. We'll probably get some primer going tomorrow after I get all the seams and everything filled out. But I have to say, if you don't do models and you wanted to start, this is gonna make you not, because it's not that you won't get it done. It's that you'll get it together and you'll see seams and, stuff like this, where if you kind of look down the end, the wheel's in the way. After you paint and stuff, you're going to see this line. And I mean, this is going to cover it. And I've got this pretty good, with a couple primes and sandings. We'll get that all worked out. But if you don't know that, you have no idea, you're going to get to the end and have a product that, you might not want to put on the shelf. I've had a couple of those. Luckily for me, I've got two boys that love airplanes, so I can, I have an excuse. I'll just put it on their dresser and they'll leave it there for a while, and then one day they'll get curious and they'll get it down and play with it, and it'll break. And we can, then I don't feel bad throwing it away. And it's a win-win-win, because that's just more space for me. I got to do a model kit, and they love airplanes too, so, but that's not everybody. So the fact that I don't think a great kit should start cheap, but I mean, you can get 172 Tamiya kits for, $18, $20. But they're not in the stores where you would think to go. Like when I started, I was just at Hobby Lobby, and they've got not good kits there, if I'm being honest. There's, well, they've got a few, but they're more expensive. So if this is your first time, you're definitely going to pick the cheaper one. So what do you guys think? I think in the end this will look decent. As long as you don't look in the cockpit and see there's nothing in there. But for those of you that have been doing this for a long time, I'm not quite sure what the kits were like in the 70s, 80s. Everybody that I watch online seems to be nostalgic towards Matchbox. So those must have been decent. I've never seen one in real life. But I can tell this kit, it is still sold today by Academy. It's even got their modern art. So, you would think if this is in a lineup with even their new kits, you would think that, this is a new kit and it's going to be a modern mold. So I definitely think there needs to be some kind of in between, just at your basic stores. I mean, if you're starting out and you go to the hobby shop, you can ask them, what's a good kit? They're going to give you a good one to start with. But if you're like me, where you didn't start doing this until after COVID and 90% of your hobby stores are shut down, and the closest one to you is about an hour drive, you're not, you're going to start at the Hobby Lobby 10 minutes away. I like these kits. I bought this as a weekend build, wanting to hone my, skills of panel lining, getting a nice finish. Whereas other kits I buy maybe for more, it'll look really nice. You can focus more on your paint job and attention to detail. So yeah, let me know what you guys think about that. Where did you start? Did you have an experience like that where maybe you started with a bad kit and persevered, or maybe it put you off for a while and then you came back to the hobby? But yeah, I hope you guys are having a good weekend, and let me know what you guys think in the comments, and we'll see you in the next one.